Welcome back to the next video. In today's video we will see how to create an Android plugin to open the share sheet for a native Android in Godot Game Engine. So first of all I will show you the output. So I have one button called share data, and if I click on it, it opens the share sheet for my Android device, and here I can share data with anyone or with any app. So yeah, let's see how to do that. So firstly what you will have to do is you will have to create an Android project. So I have already created it using Android Studio. It can be an empty views project or a Jetpack Compose project, doesn't really matter. Once you create the project, you can go to the Android drop down, right click on your app, new module, select Android library, and here give some name as my library or anything. Change the package name according to your convenience and click on finish. I have already created it, so won't create it again. Next, inside build.gradle.kts, here you will have to add the Godot dependency. Now I am using Godot 4.2.1, but if you are using some higher version of Godot, make sure you replace with that version. Also check this version on Maven Central if that version is really available or not. Next, inside Godot Android, also you will have to click on sync now. So once you add this line of code, you will have to click on sync now at the top. Once you do that, you will have to go to Godot Android plugin. So in Kotlin plus Java, create a file called Godot Android plugin, and I have named my plugin as just my plugin, but do you can name it whatever you want, but do remember this name because we will be referencing it many places. Next, I have created a method called share, and here I am getting some string data from Godot side, and here I am just creating an intent, and the text type the type of intent is text/plain, and here I am sending our putting our data inside intent, and then just calling activity.start intent.create chooser, then passing the intent, and you can change the title or whatever you feel like. Next, you will have to go to android manifest.xml, and here again I have copy pasted all the code from the documentation itself. The important thing is this should be your package name and this should be your plugin name. So this is your package name and this is your plugin name. So whatever is your package name and plugin name, put those respective things over here. Once you do that, you will have to go to project drop down, and inside my library you will have to create a folder called export scripts template. Inside that, create a file called export_plugin.jd, and I have literally copy pasted all the code from the Godot documentation itself. The important thing which you will have to remember is this should be your plugin name, everything else would remain the same. So yeah, and next you will have to create a file called plugin.cfg. again I have copy pasted this from the docs. The only thing which you have to change is this plugin name. You can change the description and author whatever you feel like. Next, you will have to open your terminal, you will have to cd to your Android project, and then you will have to run this command. So I'll tell you what that command is. So this command, so once you run that command, you can go to my Android project, go to your library, build, outputs, AR, and here you should see two AR files being generated. I have already copied those files to my Godot project, that's why you are not seeing it over here. Next, you will have to create your Godot project. So I have already created it. Inside that project, you will have to create a folder called add-ons. Inside add-ons, create a folder with your plugin name, and inside that create a folder called bin, and inside bin create two folders, debug and release. Now you will have to copy the debug AR file to the debug folder and release AR file to the release folder. So I will show you guys that as well. So this is my Godot project. I'll go to add-ons, my plugin, bin, debug, and here you can see I have copied the debug AR file to debug folder, but you will have to replace the name with whatever is your plugin name -debug.ar. so change the name of this AR file. Similarly for release, your plugin name -release.ar. then if you remember, we had created these two files, plugin.cfg and export_plugin.jd. so you will have to copy these two files inside this my plugin folder as well. So I have copied those over here. Next, you will have to go to Godot, go to project, click on install Android build template. I have already done that. Then click export, click add Android, and here you will have to select use Gradle build. At the bottom you might be seeing a button called fix import, just click on that, and here just check whatever architecture your Android device is running on. If you don't know, select all four of those. Then you will have to go to project settings, go to plugins, and here you will have to check this checkbox. Once you check this checkbox, here inside the UI I have just created one button, and I have attached a script to it, to this node 2D, and this should be again your plugin name. And inside onReady function, I'm initializing our plugin, and once the button is pressed, I'm just calling the share method which we have created, and I'm passing hello as the text, but you can send whatever you feel like. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.